Hi guys, you're watching Open Chair with Will Brown, and we're in our Henlow salon today, and I'm with Casey, Annabelle and Jess, and we're chatting everything hairdressing. We're just chatting about everything about our days in the salon, about the good, the bad, and everything that we love, everything that we don't love so much. So the first thing I'm going to ask this lot is, would you rather have a full day of colour corrections or a full day of just pixie cuts?
Depends really, because colour correction takes quite a long time. So I feel like you'd only get 2 in, maybe 2, 3 at max.
Yeah,
But then you'd have about 10
correction. I think.
Yeah, I think
I enjoy a massive difference from start to finish. Whereas like the just cuts, you can get a big difference, but with the colour correction, that's like even better. I think.
So. But then it's stressful, isn't it? At the same time,
yeah,
like,
it does hurt the brain a little bit, but I do enjoy it when I'm.
I like a pixie cut with like the clean sections.
That is satisfying. That is doing a pixie cut.
I would choose pixie cuts all day.
So 2 against 2.
7 or 8
Choppy
pixie cuts
pixie
all day. Yeah.
Are you picking colour correction?
Colour correction, I think so.
In my gang.
I mean, it stresses you out, but I think once you've done it, as you say, transformation-wise, I think you feel really good, don't you?
I think you're more stressed like when you're in the back room and you're like, right, colour formulas, but once you've worked it out, then you're fine. And I think it's just reminding yourself, no, you've got the formula correct, it's going to be okay.
Trust the process.
And then and then when you dry it, it's like you almost surprise yourself.
Yeah,
a
you
little
do,
bit.
don't you?
You try and you're like, ooh, done a good job.
Would you rather your client tell you they didn't like their hair straight away, or would you rather them go away and come back, say, a week later and tell you?
Straight away.
Yeah, I'm straight away.
I said a week.
Did you?
Yeah, I said a week.
Because I think, you know, when say it's like the tone of like a blonde and they're not like 100% sure, they're kind of on the fence, I'm in an R-in, I always say to my clients, even if they've told me then, I'm like, do you think you can sit with it for a week and see whether it's you actually don't like it, or is it that shock factor of like that change of colour? Because a lot of the time I have had clients that have gone, no, it's too dark or it's too blonde, we changed it, and then later on they've gone,
But do you not
wish we should have done it.
But do you not think it goes in tie with what you say a week later? But still, I would have said that if they told me there and then the chair would have been like, leave it for a week, see how you feel with it. But then if they've gone away, not realising it might fade or it might look different in different lightings, I think I'd rather them just tell me.
I do think as well though, a week later can mean them clients texting you as well, or calling you.
Well, they've also had a chance to style it themselves, and the way that they've style it themselves.
Get used to it, because I do feel like, I know we all say it, we say to our clients, listen, if there's any questions or any concerns, please tell us. But I know from being in, if you don't like your colour, you feel so awkward saying you don't like your colour or you don't like your cut. Whereas I know I personally would feel more comfortable sending it over a text message, because you can really think about the words that like you can say, do you know what I mean? And I know some people feel so much more comfortable doing stuff like that.
So as a salon owner, I prefer it done straight away.
But from a client point of view, I know what you mean, leaving it a week later for their sake, but I'd rather be told this is not what I'm happy with, and then saying this is what you should expect.
You might have changed my opinion, them telling you straight away, and then you can set a goal.
Of what?
I think
100%.
you might have turned to me, Casey.
Change your mind.
In what way?
That sounds really rude.
In what way? No, talk to the camera. What way have you been turned?
Got that out. I was like, you turned to me, Casey. That was a good take on both times. Have I gone red now?
Last, would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather work every day for 6 months, fully booked, 7 days a week, but then you get the next 6 months off? Or would you rather do what you do now and you get your annual leave? And
God, I was so bored having 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
So bored.
I think I'd be so... I think I'd enjoy it for like a week, but think of like lockdown, when we were all stuck inside, we all liked it for a few weeks, and then we all got bored and we all wanted to go out.
I'm such a hermit.
6 months is like
hibernation for me.
She loves
that would be like my recovery
but when
time.
would you choose to have the 6 months off? Because I think it's a really big thing, isn't it? Would it be summer or would it be Christmas?
Probably like around autumn, because then it's not too hot, not too cold.
So
it's like
that's
a good
quite
time.
good actually.
But then working in heat.
But question though, 6 months off, would you be paid for 6 months off, or would you have to save up the 6 months full work.
There's too many
Actually,
questions.
let's speak to HR about that. So
How long would the 6 months hours be? Like, what days are you in?
What's
What
my
hours
daily
are
rate
there?
for 6 months?
9 to 5. Like,
you get your full year's salary.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
No, I think
I can't.
You're not
yeah.
that responsible.
I'd need that. Yeah, I'd need that break in between as well, and I'd be the type of person I'd have 6 months off and forget
Forget
that
what to
I'm
do.
coming back.
Yeah.
No, but also forget the day I'm coming back.
Also,
and just won't show up.
and clients, what would they do?
What
Like,
would
they wouldn't be able to have their head on 6 months.
Yeah, they would probably
You
have
lose
to find a new
clients, yeah.
new stylist. You'd probably lose
Yeah.
clients through that.
Yeah.
Whereas
This is
Just do
hypothetical.
Well-
episode.
You three are actually our 3 newest recruits.
yeah,
Yeah.
So tell everyone why you joined. No. Or obviously you had your own reasons for joining, which you don't have to say, but has it fulfilled your hopes of joining us, if that makes
mine
sense?
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Great answer.
You've done everything that you said you were going to
Yeah.
do when I
Yeah.
started here, and kind of what you said about the main one. I think for me was, you know, when I was saying how stressful my weeks were with double booking
That-
clients.
yeah,
that was my
100%,
thing.
that was a big thing.
And you said to me, you're like, you're going to find your weeks are still the same amount of business but calmer. That's the one thing I don't think I'll ever go back now to double booking
That's
clients.
what I had in my old salon. I had that. I had clients in between clients, and then you feel like at the end of it,
you haven't stopped.
you haven't stopped. I remember one day that I ate at 6 p.m, went to work and didn't eat again till 6 p.m. because I
Yeah.
had people in between constant, and then you just feel like a zombie. So I
Yeah.
feel like now it feels really weird having that in between a colour. You're allowed to sit down and have your lunch.
Yeah.
Found that very odd because I remember when I first started here, one of the girls was like, "Oh, you're allowed to sit down and eat," and I was like, "No, that's really weird."
I felt the same way.
Who said that?
Yeah. So no, I did feel the same as well, and I do feel like the gaps that you now manage to have either like your food, but I do feel like the team as well. I feel like we've gotten so close having that as well, because
Yeah.
we now have our like chats, we have a big laugh,
100%.
and it is like also like helping each other as well. Like I know that if I'm running behind and I just need to dart one of you guys a look, and one of you, if you're free, you'll come over and help me,
Yeah.
isn't it? And I think that does
100%.
help. And as well, and we've all had it, client comes in for their regular root touch up and they come in, oh, I actually now want to have like a few highlights going through as well.
Yeah.
Whereas when you've got that solid time and you know how quick you can put a foil in, you can look at the time that you have.
You've got, like,
is
their
that
full
doable?
attention.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got that full attention to be able to
Yeah.
reformulate if you need to, do a whole restyle if you need to.
Yeah.
I think that does help
Got that option.
massively, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do feel like also since being here, I've been able to like properly have relationships with people. As you say, like we've had the staff room and we can actually get to know each other properly. Whereas I feel like I never had that elsewhere. Like I wasn't able to really get to know someone.
Yeah.
So with all of us, like we know each other so well. We're so
It's definitely
close.
the best team
Do you think?
I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, it's because of us. It's us. So.
And that's across both shops as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, some
Oh,
of you
yeah.
crossed over.
It's like we
and
all generally all get on so well. And it's one thing that's really baffled me is since I've started here, which was that 9 months ago now, there's not been one day where I've come home from work that I've been, so and so's annoyed by doing this, or these two people got in an argument or whatever. There's generally not been a single
been
day
like
where that
that.
has ever
Yeah, you don't have to come in with anxiety.
100%.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like that.
we all do generally like actually all get on as
on.
well and
Yeah.
all have a laugh,
Yeah,
which I
we
think
really do.
makes everything more positive.
Yeah.
But I do also think clients can see that as
Yeah,
well.
they
Like when
It's
we
like the
joke with
environment,
each
isn't it,
other.
what you walk into, because you can tell whether someone's tense.
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
a lot of the feedback I get is about atmosphere and that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Favourite hair trend or your favourite thing to do on a day-to-day basis?
Favorite thing to do.
Favourite thing to do?
What in hair, not juggling.
Yeah, not like
Headstands
weight
and stuff like
lifting.
that.
Stands and all that stuff. I like a lifting balayage,
Yeah.
natural, bright money piece, but one of them balayages that in 8 weeks time they can come in and it still looks blended and it still looks
Yeah.
nice going through.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think mine's the same.
What's your
Balayage.
fave?
I don't know, I like I've done a few funky colour changes.
Yeah, you haven't. Yeah.
And that's really fun because then it's like seeing the person get what they like were
yeah.
imagining, and that's really fun because it's so
Yeah.
expressive,
Yeah.
isn't it?
They're all quite fun. You know, them custom crazy colour that we
Well,
do.
we have to like order the colour in
Have to
for that
order it
client.
online.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
enjoy them because you can see the vision when you start like ordering the colours in, can't you?
Yeah, it's just
Kind
their
of start
face
planning it.
afterwards. It's really nice.
So nice.
That's the fun
Just
part.
anything where the client gets more happy afterwards. It's really nice to see people feel more confident.
How have you all coped with moving over to L'Oreal? Because all three of you were using different brands before.
Good.
So easy. I
Quite
think.
similar.
Yeah.
I mean, you two were Wella before,
We were,
and I think L'Oreal's quite similar to Wella, whereas I was with Redken. So they were all letters.
Well,
So I think transfer of, like from both of them, and also the way we did it is like we dried the hair and then we put the toner on. And now being able to just put a toner on in the basin area,
doing it that way,
and I feel like with L'Oreal you get the result. Like once you know you've done the formula properly,
it comes out
it'll come out how you want it. Whereas I feel like that in some other brands you just didn't get that.
I found that when I used Wella, especially their ash, it was almost like a glossy ash, so it never really came out ashy. I felt if you were wanting an ashy colour, you had to switch to Illumina to use it.
That's
Whereas
so true.
with L'Oreal, and I remember it was on my trade test day, Will was going through and we had someone that lifted to like an 8, wasn't it? And she was wanting to just neutralise and be natural. And Will was like, what do you think to do? And I was like, so maybe this and this, and I was really overcomplicating things. And Will was like, why don't you just use like 8-1? And I was like, is that actually going to do anything? And we put it on and it literally
it's not overcomplicating the formulas.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, once you know you've got your formula, you put it on, you leave it.
You know it's going to come out
and
the
you
way
know
you want
it's
it.
going to come out the way you
I
want
think
it.
that's a different question though, saying how you adjusted to it. I feel like I adjusted well because the product is good, but I really struggled to adjust in the sense, kept thinking it is going to work. Like if you put it on, trust the process. Whereas before I just
trust your
didn't.
formula.
Whereas now it did take me a long time to be like, this will do what it's supposed to do. Like you have got the correct thing down. So adjusting to it was a bit harder, but not in the way you think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
you're also adjusting to it at a time when there's loads of change anyway. Like you change the job, change the team, changing. There's loads of change going on.
Yeah,
and then you've got like a technical change as well. There's a lot on it.
Yeah,
I think I found it easier when it is one of them same things. When you start using it, you get better the more and more you use it, isn't it? And I think with having like obviously Katie with her colour specialist, and like even now when Chloe's still doing it, she's coming back off her courses and she's telling us these new things which are helping all of us understand it better as well. And everyone's got their tips and tricks, and I think that helped me massively when I first started. Like guys had said to me, be wary of like an 8. They said like kind of keep an eye on an 8 because it can kind of do whatever really. And I made sure to focus on all the other tones before I then went on to an 8 and played around with that, and that I think helped me not get stressed out by the colour too soon. Do you know what I mean? Like if I think it was like my second day and I'm struggling with formulating, I think knowing what I'd be like right, I hate L'Oreal now. I can't deal with that if it's going to be that stressful all the time. So I think having all of your guys' opinions and tips on where we should start and build up, I think that massively helped me.
Make it to get the call girl.
Who's most likely to cry?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what I did.
I'm not most likely to do it, but I think I've done it.
I've cried here once. I've cried here once.
I think I've cried here about 3 times.
I don't know.
Actually, we cry all the time when we're laughing. We all
cry
tear
a lot.
up.
Yeah, that's so
We
true.
all cry in that back room for the good reasons.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to make everyone else laugh?
Jess, you really cracked me up.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yours
People
is
set
Paige,
each other
I
up.
think.
Yeah, Paige is funny.
Paige as well.
Everyone sets each other. It'll be like Annabelle comes up with like one-liners, or he just says
random stuff that are not meant to be funny, but it is.
And then Dan will make me laugh because Dan will then insult Ollie. He's just says.
It's just everyone playing. Who's most likely to lose all their equipment? Jess, you lose your comb.
You say that.
Actually,
I think I get robbed. I think that's what it is. I think
someone comes in at night
people
time.
see me as vulnerable and they think I'm taking your combs. I don't know how it happened. I've lost all my clips as well. They're nowhere though.
I always clip
I think
them
they
on
might be at
you.
the old salon. I think I might have left them there. I'm not gonna lie. I think they have
Definitely not there anymore, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
They've stolen.
Who's most likely like trip over nothing? I think it might be Paige.
Yeah.
Do you know this video with her in her sandals when she was on holiday?
Yeah.
She's just sliding around over
Or
literally
Annabelle
nothing.
though, because Annabelle fell up trying to get up in the mud. She just toppled over.
Annabelle's
I've got
quite
no arms
Who's the
strength.
clumsiest? That's a better question to ask. No, I think it's Paige. Paige is so quick when
Who's
she
the
walks.
messiest? You can say for this one. Is it me?
Paige.
Oh,
Paige is the
no.
messiest.
I have it all the time when Paige is using her. Actually, no, I have it with you and your hairdryer. I feel like I'm in a Hollywood movie.
And you leave a. I know what colours you've done.
Okay.
Do you leave a trail of colour behind you? 100%. You
I
and
don't like the
Paige.
colour wipes in the sink.
Paige
Oh.
leaves bleach dust.
Yeah.
Good that go. And then I don't know if you've done a red or a purple.
You can see over there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can smell bleach.
Some bleach on it. I'll just put some red on the floor. I was the first
come up?
person to
It's coming
stain
up.
this floor. When Kate.
Were you?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Katie did it and Katie's panic set in? She was like, oh my god, I've stained the floor. And it was like, she was doing Hayley's hair, you know, the rainbow colours. And she went there with her scrubbing it
Yeah.
with bleach. And
If
we
you just leave
panicked.
bleach on it, it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apprentice hacks.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Have you got a funny story that's happened here? Like an embarrassing.
Who's most likely to cut off someone's ear?
Mine's the pool story.
No, you can't really to cut that out.
Punami.
No, the poo. Where there was a poo blocking the toilet in the old salon at Henlow, and it would not go down because there was a piece of plastic. You know the air freshener things?
Yeah.
That got caught down there, so that blocked. But it was a staff member's poo, and he doesn't work for us anymore. Joe.
You named name.
Yeah.
We can bleep it out.
But he denied it the whole time. But I had to pick it out with a bag,
Stop.
carry it outside. So I was walking down the road with it.
Sure.
The poo in your
And
back.
put it in a bag, and a client stopped me to have a chat, and I was chatting to him with the poo in it. So I was like, "Oh, hi,
Where
you're
did
right."
you do it?
In a public bin, like in a dog poo bin, and it was
Really?
it was massive. Yeah,
Why did they do
What is
that?
it?
it's definitely Joe. Joe
Did they go next to it?
No, no, it was definitely Joe.
I need
And
another funny one.
yeah, it was fine. It was like, "Oh, you having a good day?" I'm like, "Yeah, great, thank you." And I put a poo in the
Hide
bag,
it. Oh god.
slung it in the bin.
That is
On the bank road as well.
I had a bit of dog poo on my finger once, and an old client stopped me. I was like, "Whoops, sorry, I got big poo on my hand. I'm gonna go."
Just say it. Say it.
I can't lie.
That's so funny.
I can't lie.
Can you not lie? I can't lie.
No, she has.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Have you ever lied to me, Annabelle?
I think I
All
have.
the time.
Not on the top of my head. My memory.
When you said I was funny earlier, did you lie to me?
Yes.
Yes.
I lied when I also said you didn't have to.
Rat. I'm glad you're risking it now.
Right.
Coming out now.
Jess has nits.
Lies. False. False claim.
It's been turned by Casey.
That's true.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
I've actually got
Oh
a
my God,
lot
should we
of
do
funny,
2
embarrassing
truths and a
stories
lie?
with the amount of girls that I've
Things
employed
What's your
over the years.
worst-
They've got a lot of
What's your worst like hairdressing, like most embarrassing hairdressing thing that you do regularly? Like
I like mess up my
Olivia's
words.
definitely farts and blow dries it away.
Oh, when I said this, I'm like,
I did smell something.
what's that? I try and blame it on other people.
It's got a nice big ceiling in here. It just soon hit hot air rises.
Yeah, we did cancer.
I don't actually know. I feel like
When it gets to like 6 o'clock, I can't speak a sentence, and I said instead of saying my brain's scrambled, I said my brain is eggs.
Do you know what annoys
Don't really
me?
know what that means.
And I always do it and I can't even help it. If I'm having a conversation with my client, come chat, Ollie, we're having good chat.
Ollie, stick your head in.
Come stick your head in. Oh, look at you.
Oh,
Ah,
that's so cute.
we're having
Doing vlogs.
talks. What was I saying? Oh, this is what happens. I'll start a sentence, and if someone's having a more interesting conversation,
You'll listen to that
I
and
start
you'll
listening,
listen.
but I forget I'm still
Yeah.
talking, so I end up just going like,
and you forget what you were
so-
saying.
I think you did that to me when
I
you were
do
asking
it
me to
all
mix
the
up a
time.
colour.
I start hearing someone else, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting.
I just
And then
mould
I
my
can't
words up.
remember
I remember I say to clients when I finish and I do their hair, I'll be like, take your time, come over when you're ready, and I turn around to them and it's like, don't take your time. Like, but I accidentally said it. I was like, no, I didn't think this.
No, if I hear a more
Ollie's not getting the
interesting
video.
story, I'm like to my client, "Are you listening?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then we both stay silent.
Yeah, what?
If we hear a more interesting conversation, I'll go to my client, "Are you listening to that?" She goes, "Yeah," and I'll go, "But be quiet."
But sometimes I think because Jess speaks so loud over a hairdryer,
You say some
I
funny stuff.
actually am listening to Jess's conversation. So is my
Yeah.
client because we can't hear each other.
Not much at home.
Yeah.
I'm just yelling.
I just didn't know if, like, do you listen to music on the way home?
Yeah, I am the type of person, if there's ever songs playing, I will never be able to sit quietly in the car. I have to sing along to it. And like, although I'll have moments where it's very rare, I will just completely shut off, and I'll say to my mum and my dad, I'll be like, "You cannot talk to me now, I need to be in silence." And I will sit in silence, and then
What, for a good minute or so?
no, like an hour. Like an hour is probably the longest. But
An hour?
I don't stop. Yeah,
God,
An hour.
I'm silent for like 6 hours when I go.
but I just can't help it. It's like word vomit all the time.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it.
I'm glad you do.
I enjoy it. You say some funny stuff.
It's you and
I do worry sometimes.
Yeah, Ollie.
Well,
and
sometimes
Jess-
you're
I
just
think
like,
Ollie talks
whoa.
more than me. I'm
That
not.
Yeah, but then you're both
Earlier.
you're at both competition. I think sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
The party story earlier was Spider-Man.
Oh my
Yeah.
That was a competition.
I just blanked out at that one.
One
I just
up
was
in
like,
each other.
That was so funny.
finish conversation.
One up
then.
in each other.
Blank.
But at least you haven't got to edit this.
Yeah.
I've got to edit this.
Yeah, you do.
It's gonna be,
I told you you'd get loads of rubbish in
We
it.
can't know from memory.
it's good.
Who's the one person you didn't realise like they would be the way they are when you came into the salon? Because we're all new.
Four.
So like when you see them compared to when you like speak to them.
I actually think I will stick with Ollie, because when I first met Ollie, he went, "Alright." That was it.
Yeah.
That's
And I
just
was
him,
like-
though.
But then when I can't even remember when it was, it got to a point and then the talking started, and that's.
What
He
about
said
you?
something
Best
weird and I said
friends.
something weird, and then friends.
clicked, yeah. On the same wavelength.
I think mine's Joe. Because I say to
Yeah,
Joe, you look
yeah,
scary.
yeah,
I said,
Joe.
you look scary. You've got a gold tooth and you've got tattoos. You look scary. But then
Yeah.
he's a
Big monster as well,
sweetheart.
he
Yeah,
is.
Joe's
Yeah. When you actually get to know him, he's actually like one of the girls.
I will say, like,
He is like a
with,
girly girl.
with everyone, I didn't get like a mixed impression of anyone apart from Ollie initially. Like everyone was like, I was saying when we just
We're chatting loud about you.
changed. What did we say? Was
Like when you met someone, it didn't meet how you thought of them in your head.
and I said when I first met you, you went, "You right?" And that was it. And then
Done well together.
You didn't even say hello to me when you walked in earlier. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Ollie did his own well. But yeah, I always thought everyone was really nice straight away.
Yeah.
When I'd come for, I think it was just me popping in before like we properly confirmed me coming, and I remember it was Chloe and Katie.
Yeah, I remember.
They were
On
upstairs.
the landing bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they just come up and they were like, "Hi," and it was just really chill. Like it was automatic, like a really chill environment. But I remember being literally like out of breath walking the shop because I was so panicked. I was like, I was like, oh my god. But then the second I got in there, it was just really, really chill. And I think like everyone here is just really nice. Like,
It's gonna
but I don't want to miss this conversation. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna chat bad about you when we go.
6:30?
Yeah,
Oh, you've still got 3 minutes.
yeah, but I want to hang out more. This is like conversation.
I think let's hang out and not go home.
Huh? Yeah. Is there any other fun topics to talk about?
Well, the one from the left.
I'm one of the few people that good spot.
Do you do that?
But
I do. I have that.
I've got an Apple Watch.
Are you?
Doing that.
Not many people are on their right. Do you know
Why
that?
not?
It's just a bit of a
You're
thing.
right-handed.
Why? You're right-handed. It's
Yeah,
more-
nearly everyone wears their watch on the left.
Oh,
Like probably 90%.
I've never
people.
used to wear a watch.
You wear your jewellery on the right, watch the left. So,
Yeah.
Is there a rule to it though?
No, live your life how you
Live your life.
my
Wayne.
motto.
Hell,
Put it, Why haven't you got it on?
Guys, my trousers make me look like a
What's one inspirational sentence you'd want to give to the world?
Don't care about anything or everyone's opinion.
Oh,
Yay! Yay!
This is the one we've been talking
Here he
about.
is.
I'm to sit in silence. Just only like wave.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.